What's up, fam? How are you? Hope you guys are obviously taking care of yourself out there through this COVID Corona-19 situation. And today I really wanted to go ahead and just reach out to those that are obviously being impacted as a small business owner or as a small corporation or as a corporation right now that unfortunately you probably had to close your doors. And obviously you guys out there possibly working for one of these companies, and either you're the owner of the business or your supervisor might not know this information. But I wanted to talk today about the Paycheck Protection Program and something that I personally myself, I am taking advantage of certain benefits. There's going to be stimulus, things that the government's doing for us. And I think it's important for us to have this conversation because we need to continue to maintain hope. We need to continue to make sure that we're not only healthy, but also we're protecting our assets and our finances. And I went ahead and let's go ahead and dive into this. I wanted to talk about the Paycheck Protection Program. So you guys out there checking the channel for the first time, consider liking, subscribing, because I think it's really important for us to keep this conversation going. And subscribe, like, and comment. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm going to talk about 7 different steps that the flow as to, in order for us to obtain this, what's it for, and also of how we're going to go ahead and repay this. So the number one thing that I wrote down here is we have to determine the eligibility of the company. So first off, it's the SBA that's offering this to certain lenders that are going to be distributing or being able to offer this to the consumers, or in this case to business owners. So first things first, that the business has to be operating before February 15, 2020, obviously before you got impacted by this COVID-19 situation. Obviously too, just given the fact that this is called the Paycheck Protection Program, there's going to be certain tax benefits that are going to be with this type of loan if you are eligible for it and if you are able to go ahead and secure that. So it's obviously for the sole purpose, and obviously as what it's saying there, it's paycheck protection. So really in reality right now, since we've had to, even here at Build More Strategies, making certain accommodations or changes, we've had to close on our offices, we've gone fully virtual. But either way, there's going to be things that we're going to be impacted by, either clients that are no longer going to be able to continue to pay for the service. And because of that, obviously we're a business, we operate, we're a profit organization, meaning that depending on the amount of volume that we receive or how many clients we bring on board, then we could supply an X amount of employees or individuals to be able to work for the business. So the less amount of income that we receive, the less amount of employees. And the purpose of this, the paycheck protection, is for the sole purposes of you maintaining that staff, continuing to pay the salary so that the economy, in a sense, stabilizes. So obviously you're gonna have payroll tax deferments or benefits tax breaks. So one of the requirements, number 2, the requirement, first off, you have to gather all this documentation. I was talking to a friend of mine from another lender or an institution that he was basically just gathering information such as my tax returns, my 940s, my 941, the 1099s, the W3s, the W2s, and if all that sounds like some sort of Chinese information, talk to your accountant. Get all those documents in order, because guess what? You're gonna have to show proof that you've been paying payroll for 2019, or they're going back as 2018 or even 17. So you have to show proof through either your W3s, which is a tax filing for W2 employees, or your W9s for your 1099 employees. Again, talk to your accountant, but gather all those documents. They're going to want payroll summaries, obviously profits and loss, organizational documents, in order for them to see that you were paying. And again, they're going to go ahead and give you a 2.5% over your average monthly payroll expense per month that we had last year. So as an example, if you were obviously paying $25,000 a month in payroll through W2s or whatnot, or 1099s, you multiply that by 2.5, and that's the loan amount. So that's what you're obviously eligible for. It's 2.5 from what your monthly payroll is. So keep that in mind. So again, too, this pretty cool thing about this, that if you use this for the reasons that it was designed for, then you might get some benefits at the end, which I'm going to talk about that right now in a few minutes. But you could also use this for other things as well: mortgages, paying your utilities, obviously meeting payroll, if you're renting a facility, you know, things that are going to continue to operate the business. That's the whole purpose of this. Number 3, again, this is through the SBA, so certain lenders have to be eligible, or banks, in order for them to be able to offer this. As a matter of fact, and I was kind of spinning my wheels to an extent with a friend of mine that was helping me out, a branch manager from a different bank. You know, we were doing the application. At the end, he kind of told me that he couldn't do it. So for you guys not to be out there, where do I apply, where do I not? Go straight to your lender. Go straight to your bank. Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. Obviously, those are big banks. I have Chase. Very simple. I logged into my account. On the right-hand side, I saw something that said COVID-19 Paycheck Protection Program, and the application was super seamless, just given the fact that I already had gathered all these documents for my friend, which at the end, it was literally a 10-minute evaluation submitted through the process. It's through the own business account, so it's obviously through there. It was pretty simple to apply for. Number 4, so you're obviously going to receive up to $10 million depending on your payroll aspect of it. If I'm not mistaken, this is up to 500 employees, and the repayment terms of up to 2 years. And there is a deferment, and obviously your payments are going to be deferred for the first 6 months. So once you get approved for the loan, you have no payments for the first 6 months. And this is a cool spin, which I'm going to get into this right now. Number 5, like I said before, this is going to be for paying salaries, commissions, tips, vacations, family, medical, sick leave, healthcare, retirement, local and state taxes, employees' compensations, so on and so forth. So the purpose of this is a stimulus for small business owners so that they're able to keep the lights on and business as usual, so the economy continues and doesn't get derailed. Number 6, you could even go ahead, and this is the cool part about it, you could apply for a forgiveness. So you obviously, after a certain amount of time, 8 weeks of the following expenses, you're going to get whatever it is that you owe. And then if you've used it for payroll, to pay rent, utilities, and if you apply for the forgiveness, they're going to forgive the loan, which is phenomenal. So in a sense, it's kind of free money if you really think about it. The next thing, which is number 7, is the repayment aspect of it, which has a term up to 2 years, and the interest rate is almost a given, is a 1%. So nevertheless, this is a payment protection program. I have a link. I'm going to put it with this video. I think this is very informative. Again, if you're working for an employer, you guys had to close down, share this with management, share this with the owner. If they apply for this and they get approved, guess what? They might put you back on payroll. You could be taking advantage of this. If you're a small business owner, apply for these things. The money's scarce because obviously a lot of people are applying, so take advantage as soon as possible. And guys, if you have any questions, always feel free to contact us. Obviously, again, thank you for the love and support. Wishing you guys the best. Stay healthy, protect yourself, protect your family. Until the next time, check it out.